We continue to watch a potentially catastrophic storm that is battering Jamaica right now. You're looking live at Montego Bay. The popular tourist destination is now feeling the brunt of Hurricane Melissa. The Category 5 storm is the strongest to hit Jamaica since record-keeping began 174 years ago. Melissa came ashore near the small town of New Hope in southwestern Jamaica. The storm is now crossing the western part of the island and is expected to exit in the north. It's then forecast to make landfall in eastern Cuba late today or early tomorrow. Jamaica's government is warning of potential widespread damage, a warning that was amplified by the U.S. National Hurricane Center.
Do not go out in the eye as it passes your area. Catastrophic flash flooding, landslides, and destructive winds are expected across the remainder of the island, causing widespread infrastructure damage, communications loss, power loss in isolated communities, and along the southern coast, life-threatening storm surge and damaging waves expected throughout the day.
The Category 5 storm is packing winds of close to 300 kilometers an hour, and it's now causing flash flooding and life-threatening storm surges. Jamaica's Prime Minister says there is no infrastructure that can withstand a hurricane like Melissa. For more on this hurricane, I'm joined by Stephanie Brayford. She is a Canadian in Jamaica. And Stephanie, appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. Can you tell me about where you are? What's the situation?
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. We're currently in Negril, Jamaica. We're staying at the Royalton Resort, and we arrived here on October 18th, which was a Sunday. And the storm became a storm on October 21st. Air Canada immediately canceled our flight home, which was to be October 26th, which was the following Sunday. And we spent from that Wednesday to Saturday until the airports closed trying to get on a flight, with Air Canada just constantly putting us on flights and removing us from flights.
Right. So there
we're here.
You're there. And so what's it
we're
like?
Here.
What's it like outside?
Terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing like I've ever experienced. And I have experienced a tornado in Barrie back in 2021. It's nothing like I've ever experienced. The winds are just take your breath away. We are not in our rooms, in our suites. We're sheltering in place in the conference room. We've been there since last night, and just the noises, even last night when Melissa had not made landfall at that point, were just things out of movies.
Mm-hmm. So can you tell me about that? Because I think you're pretty close to where the eye of the storm kind of hit and is passing through. Do you get the feeling, has the intensity increased, or has it sort of gone down a bit?
Building up.
It's building up.
No,
so tell me.
It's building up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, from my understanding, and I don't like to look too much into it because I don't want to freak myself out. I don't want to freak my children out. So from what I understand, she made landfall at around 1 o'clock Jamaican time.
Yep.
And so she's only been on land that long. And just the intensity of, we can kind of see a partial outside, because there's a corridor down from where the conference room is. And, palm trees have snapped. It's not scaffolding, it's the boards that they put up. What are those? Just boarding. They tried to board up that entrance, so it would be less wind in that hallway. And they were gone within hours of putting them up again before she ever even was on landfall.
Wow. Okay. And so now, what's it been like? So, are there a lot of people that you're kind of just huddling with, kind of trying to, be in the safest part, I guess, of the resort?
Yes. So we're in the, they kind of have us in a couple different spots from what I understand, at the Royalton, depending on where your room was situated. So our room was a suite and it was oceanfront. So it had all windows at the front. It was an oceanfront suite. So we are in the conference room of the Royalton. Next door, the Hideaway, I believe, they are sheltering in place in what was our buffet area for meals. So they're there. And the rooms that were farther back from the ocean, they had the option to shelter in place in their rooms. I'm not sure what their kind of to-do list was to prepare for that. Or they could shelter in place in another place in the hotel, but I'm not sure again where that is.
But I mean, so you were in your room, oceanfront. Sounds like it was beautiful, but do you feel as though...
It was.
Does it feel, yeah, I'm sure. But does it feel a little bit safer where you are now, just given kind of what
absolutely.
you've seen outside? Yeah.
Oh God, you couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me to stay in that room.
Yeah.
To go through this. No way. No. We are happy. It's, a bunch of, we are sleeping right now on the padding from the deck chairs. So we're sleeping on the padding from the deck chairs. They have blankets for us. They have pillows for us. And they're treating us wonderful. I know a lot of them have their family members here as well.
So
because they're working and they need to make sure their family's safe as well.
You're kind of glamping. Is that it? Is that how you're sort of?
It almost is. This, you know what? This reminds me why I don't like camping. I don't like sleeping on the floor. So, but in this situation, this is, if I'm going to do it, this is the time I'm going to do it.
Yeah. And you're traveling there with your family, right? So how's the family doing?
They're good. We're traveling. We're a very blended family. So it's myself and my partner. I have a older son, and his father, who is my ex-husband, has also brought his wife, and his wife has 2 kids. And then my younger son, his dad is also here. So it's a kind of a big family vacation. The kids are getting older. The oldest is going to college. Just started college. So it's our last big family vacation while the kids are young. We wanted to do it all together, and we had a wonderful time up until Wednesday. It was great. And then everything things became realer and realer and realer as the days went on.
Yeah, it sounds like a lovely vacation, but it sounds as though this is a little bit of a tougher time. Stephanie, let me just ask you what you plan on doing next. I guess you're kind of holed up there for a little bit, and you're just going to have to just wait till the storm passes before figuring out how to get back to Canada?
Yes, we have reached out to the embassy, so the embassy knows we're here. We also, Air Canada knows we're here. And all I feel comfortable, even when our time at the Royalton ran out on Sunday, the 26th, we didn't know what to do because we didn't know which way the storm was. It was very wishy-washy on where it was going to go. And we felt safe where we were, so we didn't want to leave. And we ended up having to then rent, I guess, our suite again. Extend our stay. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Extend our stay to up until Wednesday, hoping the airports are going to open by Wednesday. But in our reality, that was probably a pipe dream. And they're not going to be open by Wednesday. But we then had to come up with another 6,000 Canadian dollars to stay from Sunday to Wednesday. There's
Yeah,
no
that's-
relief fund. We were under an emergency. We didn't have a choice. I didn't feel comfortable bringing children into a more uncertain circumstance than what they already were in. But I was shocked that we were paying that much, because we were paying just like what you would pay if you were booking a vacation, let's say 3 weeks ago.
yeah.
We're sleeping. We're not sleeping in the room. We're not doing any of that. We're sleeping we're happy. We're very happy that we're able to do that. But that came as a bit of a shock to us that there wouldn't be something in place, that if you were in that situation and it was a national emergency, that you kind of help. Maybe that's the Canadian in me. You help who's around you, and
Yeah, it sounds. Listen, Stephanie, it's a hurricane. It's a big one. It's rough, and it sounds like it's been challenging, but that you guys are making the most of it. Appreciate you taking the time to talk to us, and hope you can get out of there as soon as possible. But appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it.
That's Stephanie Brayford, a stranded Canadian tourist, speaking to us from Jamaica.